Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Jamie, aka Rick here, bringing you another add-on video. This is actually, I've already uploaded this once to YouTube and took it down because once I watched through it I realised that the add-ons I didn't actually do them, I didn't do enough detail into each one and how it worked and what you could actually use, what you can get out of it. So I took that down and I'm going to remake them. So this first one is going to be Quartz. This is a cast bar add-on, but it also shows up, debuffs that you put on the target or buffs that you've got on certain players when you target them. So it's really handy. First of all, we're going to, if I buff with Arcane Brilliance, and I target myself, as you can see, I've got Arcane Brilliance there, and it's got the timer of how long it's got left. So first of all, that is super useful. Obviously it works if you buff someone else with it, so if I buff this priest with it, then it pops up there. So if I take off that and go back on him, it shows what buffs he's got of mine. So it's easy to see who's got your buffs, and if they're missing a buff then you can tell if it's you or not, basically. So that first of all is really helpful. It handles buffs. Second of all, well actually no, at first the cast bar, as you can see, is really nice. It's got a latency on the end so you can time your recasts, and that, I find that super useful. So you got that, and then you've got the channeling one is a bit different. Each of these marks here, be better if I done it with Blizzard actually, because it lasts a bit longer. Blizzard, there we go. Right, so if you put Blizzard up, each of the lines here, as you can see, the white lines is where it ticks damage basically. So that's pretty cool as well. Obviously that's on one target. If you got more than one target then it's going to be a bit more often than that. So yeah, that's awesome. I like that about it. So it's got a different bar for each one, and then obviously evocation the same. Each of these bars is where it gives you mana back, and obviously that's at the end just so you can recast after it. So yeah, it's a really awesome mod just for that. Obviously you can reposition your bars. You just slash Quartz, I think it is. Yeah, and then press toggle bar lock. You have to close this, which is the only thing. You can't move this out of the way. This is a bit of a shame. But yeah, it shows up each of the bars. So you've got the target bar here, which is basically what your target is casting, which is really useful for PvP because you can see straight away, really big bar, what they're casting, and you can quickly interrupt it. Now obviously I like to have mine in the middle here somewhere, just like around the middle, just so it gives you, right in the middle of your screen, you can see exactly what you're casting, and then obviously linked to that the buffs will be above this bar. So if you moved it over here, we'll lock it over there for now, and then if you cast this, the buff should appear over there, see? So it's basically above your cast bar is where the buffs and debuffs will appear, so you'll always be able to see them because they'll be right there where you're casting and where you're looking. So we'll move that back just for now. Put that over here. Now if you edit it while you've got a debuff on as well, you can see where that will appear, which is really nice. So we lock that. Also, another thing, if you're a melee, obviously you go up to this, and this shows you when your next hit will come. So obviously my hit timer is really long because I'm using a staff, so this counts down your swing time, which is really useful. And then also you've got this, if you see that little white dot go along the bottom, I don't know if you saw it, see that one there? That is your global cooldown, so you know when you can, if you've got a spell that is about the same time as your global cooldown, whereas this one is longer, so I don't really have to worry about that. But if you need to manage your global cooldowns, that little dot will help you so much. As you can see on there, it goes all the way along. That's really useful as well. It's there's a lot to this mod that I find really helpful. So let's see customization options. Obviously you can change the colour of everything. So if you change the channeling colour to say bright pink and then go OK, when you channel, we'll get Blizzard out again, you put the Blizzard down and now that bar is bright pink instead of blue. So you literally can change all the colours around, so you can make it look as awesome or as horrible as you want, really. Casting, we'll change that to say, what should we change it to? Purple, there we go, a bit darker, complete, change that to orange. Failed, change that to, I don't know, just dirty green, something like that. Spark color, I don't even know what this is, so we change that to bright red just so we can kind of see what it is. Background, that's fine. Alright, so now we'll do some casts, see what we've changed. As you can see, that's purple, that's pretty cool. The bright red, oh, is that bit at the end? So when we channel this, no, I don't know what that flashing was, unless it's right at the end of the bar here that you can see going up. That's kind of like red, maybe it's that. And the failed colour is obviously that one now. So if you start casting this and then move, for some reason it's not coming up. But yeah, so there's quite a lot of customization to be had in this mod. Obviously you can change everything literally to what you want. I can't remember what the defaults were for this. Ah, there we go, if we click that maybe. No, we don't want to change everything. Casting was like an orangey colour, I suppose. It's like that, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Channeling was blue, something like that. Complete was green. Failed was red, I think. There we go. And then spark colour was like that, pretty much. So yeah, that's kind of back to normal, I think. There you go, it looks fine. I really want to know what that spark actually is. If we go back into Quartz, I think it's the end of your cast bar. So if we change it to bright pink, or wherever, there we go, bright pink. Now we should be able to see it. If we cast, yeah, it's that end bit there. So if you want the end of your cast thing there to look different, then you know, just change that. See, it's bright pink all the way along. I'm probably going to change it back. So bright pink, you know, it's not the best colour. So yeah, that's a look at Quartz. There's quite a lot to it. There's a lot of helpful things, obviously, and you know, it helps you track buffs, debuffs on obviously targets, and you know, it helps you recast spells. You can change all your bars around. Obviously, if I change the target bar to those colours, then obviously when they're casting something, it would come up in bright pink, you know, something like that. I'm not sure if you can do like specific spells as certain colours. I'm not sure. I don't think you can. So obviously, that would be handy if you could have that. So you could have, say, a spell, I don't know, like Arcane Blast or Frostbolt as a mage, something like that, or Polymorph would probably be more useful if that come up in a different colour, so you could automatically tell without even looking at the text, without even seeing, you know, just by the colour, you know, you could see what was going to be cast. That would be quite handy, but I don't think you can do that. So that's not, you know, it's not the worst thing. That would be handy, but only in specific situations really where something that you really need to interrupt was happening. Obviously you can have pet cast bars, you can have focus cast bars. I don't have any of those. The latency is obviously really helpful, and you can change the colour of that as well. It's pretty nice. Don't know what that is. Global cooldown, obviously that's really helpful to have. You can change the colour of that little thing that goes across there. The buffs, want the textures flat. I like flat, it's really nice. And the text, we'll keep it like that. Mirror, don't know what that is. Not sure. Timer, you can set a new timer. Don't know what that's for either, but there you go. You can change the bar of your swing timer as well. That's pretty cool. You can literally change everything. Obviously, if you're interrupted, then your cast bar will go black on that. Out of range, it goes white. It's pretty cool, I've got to be honest. Enemy cast bars, you know, you can enable those, so if you're, you know, an enemy's casting on you, then you can see what they're casting. But I just do it as target instead. So yeah, overall it's really helpful. I really like it. It's a mod I've used for absolutely ages, and I wouldn't say I can't live without it, but I do find it really helpful. I'm going to move over to a warrior, I think, just to show you, you know, kind of, so you get the idea of why it's useful for a warrior as well. Hopefully I'm in a city. I think I should be. If not, then I've got another warrior which is in a city, so I'll go to that one instead. Come on, loading times. It's not doing that much. You're only recording There we go. Come on, load. There we go. Okay, we are in a city, and my action bars aren't set. Oh, my whatever it is. This thing. Sort that out in a minute. But yeah, we'll do that while we're flying. /pit profiles, and it should be pro. There we go. Okay, right, that's set up. Now we're going to go over to the training dummies, and I'm just going to show you why this is helpful as a warrior. It probably should be in prot spec. It'd be even easier because obviously, you know, you have quite a lot of dots and stuff in prot spec. So we're going to change over to that. Activate, and then have I got my weapon and shield? No, I haven't. Wow, I haven't got my weapon and shield on me. But yeah, can I use one of these? Put that in your bag. There we go. Okay, I'll just use one of these for now and see how it goes. Going defensive and charge. Appears I don't have a weapon. Why do I have a melee weapon? What is this game doing to me? There we go. Okay, right, so you can see the rend there, the thunderclap, and you've got another one. Shockwave is another useful one. And why can't I use this? Oh, I need shield to do devastate. This is not working out too well. But yeah, there's obviously, as you can see, everything here is kind of your debuffs on the target. So it's really helpful as a warrior to keep up rend, obviously, but rend refreshes with thunderclap. So you kind of, if you thunderclap on cooldown, then you keep the debuff of thunderclap and rend on the target, and you get one for shockwave, which doesn't last that long, but you know, it's a debuff nonetheless. And normally I've got devastate, which obviously is a sunder armor effect, so normally that's on the target as well. And you know, it's really helpful to keep up all these dots on your target, on bosses as well. If you've got 3 stacks of, you know, sunder armor, it's really helpful. Adds a lot of aggro as well, because you're doing a bit more damage. So yeah, that was a little bit of a failed attempt showing you that, but yeah, you kind of get the gist of what's happening and why I find it really helpful to do so. Is there another? No, I don't think I've got any other characters that really make use of it that much. Obviously a warlock, but I haven't got mine. It's not in a city, it's like in a questing zone, so it'd take me ages to get back somewhere where I can show you that in full. But yeah, that was I would say a quick look at Quartz, but it took quite a while in the end, and it was a bit more in depth than the last one, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.